Hey yo, real quick, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my boy Farhan. He's been helping us out with the editing of the pictures in the background you guys see up there when I talk, so if it looks really good, please go out there and support him. His link will be in the description below.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Hub, guys. It's Giants Talk. Guess who's back with me?
It's your boy Nighttime.
He finally came out the caves he was hiding in, taking notes on. But we came back with a banger for y'all. Nighttime, tell me what we talking about today, bro.
Alright, so we're talking about the rumor talks, and there's a lot of them going around.
Yeah, so like, ever since OBJ got traded, and actually before OBJ got traded, you know what I'm saying? This is we're talking all the way back to Jerry Reese. There's always just been rumors floating around by the Giants. We're gonna try and address some of them, address what Gabe Devlin is doing, especially with his phone call conference that he did yesterday. We're recording this March 19th, so like on the 18th he had that phone conference, and that's about it.
And since y'all haven't heard from me for a little while, I got a little surprise to y'all at the end of this.
Alright, yep. Yeah, let's get into it. Nighttime, why don't you introduce us to the first one? I'll give my opinion, then you'll give yours.
Well, you see, I really want to figure out what was the last straw on the Odell situation. Because most of y'all in the rumor talks, they think it's when Odell had that little interview with Lil Wayne.
And Josina Anderson?
Yeah, I don't think it was that. What I really think was the last straw was apparently no, not even. There was like a part.
It is rumor talk, so let them know the rumor that we.
Yeah, so the rumor is that he wasn't injured, and he just sat out the last couple games of the season. And I don't know about y'all, but I can't believe it. I don't believe that happened, man. I really think he was injured.
Alright, well, I'm gonna let you in a little secret. Before this rumor even came out, I personally did believe that OBJ wasn't injured towards the season, but I thought
blasphemy.
Alright, let me finish though, Stephen A. But I really thought that the Giants sat him out so that he wouldn't get injured, because at that point we already knew that we were tanking the last 4 games, right? So before this rumor came out, let me let you guys know, I thought the Giants sat him out so that he wouldn't get injured. But then of course trades happened, and then now as more and more things come out, we're getting a clearer picture. This is not one of those things making it a clearer picture. That's why we're calling it a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt, but I personally believe it. And let me tell you why I believe it. Because last year when Dave Gettleman first came in as our GM, we were clearly in a win now mode. He wanted to. That's why we drafted Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley, he's like a diamond, right? He's like your finishing piece to a work of art. So you draft him. He's definitely a diamond. You gonna tell me he's not a diamond?
Nah, I'm just trying to figure out a gem that's better.
I don't know, man. We might not have him go gems. We could go metals, platinum, or something. But yeah, he was a finishing piece, right? The Giants clearly thought they were in a win now mode. That's why they drafted Saquon. That's why they tried to fix up the O-line, even though in the first half it didn't work. That's why they went all in and they went with Eli. But now, since that didn't work out, we cut a lot of people. We let Landon Collins walk. We traded OV. Now we're in rebuild mode. Odell is not needed. And I think they knew they were going to trade him because he sat out. I think that was the last straw. Like, if I'm paying you $95 million and then you come and tell me, like, you got nicked up, but you could play the rest of the season, you tell me, no, I don't want to play, or you just decide that you're not going to play, yeah, I'm going to trade you if that's the situation. And I think that's what happened, because I'm pretty sure they wanted to move forward with him, but then the Maras, we already know how they are. They're like a classy. They try to be classy and they try to be on their high horse, and I think this was the last straw.
Alright, but here's my problem with all that. We all know how competitive Odell is. So to say that he was not injured and didn't want to play, that's where my head is just like, nah, I can't believe it, because that man, he wants the W. He wants that at all moments, reasons of time, all points of time. He wants that W, and he'll play for that W. We've seen it. He'll get angry if he doesn't get the ball. He wants to do the big plays, get our team in the game, hype everybody up. He's that type of person.
And I agree with you. That's why they want to trade him. But I'm not sure if I said this in the last video. The Giants gave up on Odell, but Odell also gave up on the Giants.
That's crazy.
No, I think it was both, that he gave up on them and he. But listen, I think the Giants definitely gave up on him first, and then because of that and with other things, he gave up on them, and that's why they had the respect and they traded him to a team that's gonna win. They gave him that because they knew they need to give him some sort of respect. They need to give him to a good team. Like, that's how I think it went, and I think when he gave up on the Giants was basically when if this rumor is true, it would be then. Otherwise, we traded him because we're in rebuild mode. We needed the picks, and Dave Gettleman just didn't want him on the team. Like, that's all I could really say about that. But
I mean, hey, if you don't want to play for us, you don't have to, bro. And that 95 million, I could be using that right now.
That's a fact. I completely agree with that. And to actually touch on the 95 million a little bit, I want to get your opinion on this since we didn't get to talk about it. Do you think a team would win by paying like 10? It's either 10 or 20% of their cap to one player, which is Odell. I don't think you could build a winning team by paying $95 million of your cap space, which is either 10 or 20% of it to one player.
I mean,
even if it's the quarterback, I don't think the team wins that way. You need to spread that money around.
I mean, well, you see 53 players on the roster. That's a lot of people. You got a lot of money to give to. And sometimes the spread ain't even. We know that. It's definitely superstars. Some people deserve it, but I'm not saying 10, 20%. Nobody really deserves 10, 20%. There's no real superstar of the team. Now, if it was NBA, I understand because most NBA players get like 10, 20%.
And the football is a lot more of a team sport than NBA is. So, like in the NBA, you've seen one player carry a team. There's no such thing as football, unless you're the quarterback. But even then, it's like not that much.
If you're the quarterback, I'm gonna let it be known right now. Your defense carries you. As a quarterback, I don't care how many points you're putting up. If your defense is the last rated defense in the NFL, you're not going anywhere.
Except for that boy Patrick Mahomes. His defense was trash, man. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is on another level, which, let's talk about Patrick Mahomes, bro. So another rumor that's been floating around recently is that, listen, before we get into it, me and Nighttime, we both agree. Jerry Reese was probably the worst GM in Giants history. The only thing good he gave us...
Stupid.
Tell us the one good thing he gave us.
That man is stupid.
The one good thing he gave us.
The one good thing he gave us is OBJ.
Was OBJ, right?
And we don't even have that anymore.
Exactly.
So there's no point.
Given his track record, right? And this was in the last year because Mahomes was drafted in 2017. By now, if those of you know about the rumor, you'll know what I'm talking about. The Giants, the front office would not trust Jerry Reese to draft a player that he claims to believe in because almost everybody he's taken in the first round other than Odell is a bust. Eric Flowers?
We all know our opinion on that boy Flowers.
Come on,
that man's fat and bad.
Slow feet, absolutely slow feet, man. I can't even get on about. So yeah, given that track record, the rumor that's floating around is that in 2017, which was Jerry Reese's last year, he wanted to trade up to draft Patrick Mahomes. Now in 2017, Patty Mahomes, MVP.
Showtime Mahomes.
After 1 year starting, MVP. That single-handedly carried the Chiefs.
Showtime Mahomes.
And y'all gotta remember, right? In 2016 we were good. So in 2017 we had like the 21st pick overall, I think. I can't remember who we took. Pretty sure it was Evan Ingram. And I don't regret the pick.
That's a steal.
He's a steal. But of course I would rather trade up to get Patrick Mahomes and be the future of our franchise, right? So that's the rumor floating around. Jerry Reese wanted to trade up and get Mahomes. But front office didn't let him, and I can't blame him given his track record. Like, nobody knew Mahomes was going to be this good, right?
I mean, anybody who drafted Eric Flowers don't deserve.
Exactly. Like, he didn't deserve the, like, right to be choosing. Truth be told, he should have been fired years ago, but let me hear you a little bit thoughts on this. Like, what could have been, man?
Alright, so let's be honest right here. Instead of picking up Flowers, that's what I want to talk about first. Instead of picking up Flowers, we could have got Khalil back. We had a 7th round draft pick and we wasted it on Eric Flowers, man. 7th overall round pick, my bad. Eric Flowers. That's all I want to say.
Like Khalil Mack, who else would have been available at that point? I don't know. 2015 draft was stacked, bro. My bad. I'll take the L on that. Not Khalil Mack. My misinformation in there, Nighttime. Sorry, but there's still some pretty good players though. Tell them who else we could have got.
Alright, so we got my bad on that one too, cause it's not the 7th round pick. I'm 7th pick. It's the 9th pick, bro. And you know who we could have got? Todd Gurley went 10th to the Rams. Not only that, Melvin Gordon went 15th to the Chargers. Marcus Peters, great CB, went in the 18th round pick. 18th pick. Oh my gosh, why do I keep saying round?
On the defensive end, bro, you got Vic Beasley, Leonard Williams, Dante Fowler, going down the list, bro. Byron Jones. Like there's not a lot, but there's definitely people that's way better than Fowler that could have filled in some needs for our team. I mean that's Jerry Reese's fault. Let's get off Jerry Reese, and we kind of those are the main two rumors we wanted to address. But so yesterday, our new general manager, Dave Gettleman, I'm not going to call him bad. I'm not going to call him good. Not yet. He's only had 1 year. Honestly, my judgment is gonna come after this year's draft, right?
You see, I gotta see what he's planning on doing, because he has to have a plan, right?
Yeah, he has to have a plan. Well, he has to have a plan. I mean, he kind of said so in the press conference. Another thing he said was he wasn't shopping Odell, but things changed, and then he got an offer that he couldn't refuse. Now then, do you think that was the best offer he got?
Definitely not. Definitely.
Are you sure?
Not.
I actually think that was the best
for
offer
a
he got.
17th round
Listen,
pick.
I think it was the best offer he got, and I think it was the best because he was shopping it. Like when a team knows that you're shopping somebody, the team knows you want to get rid of them, so they're not going to give you the best offer possible. I think the Browns offer was truly the best, but it's not the one that I wanted, definitely. But I think it was the best. Why don't you think it was the best?
So here's why I don't think it was the best. So we got a 17th round pick in this defensive draft.
17th overall.
17th overall. I keep saying round. That's my fault, guys.
I mean,
17th overall.
We got for a refresher, we got a first round pick this year, the third round pick this year, and Jabril Peppers, who I think actually, believe it or not, I think he has potential to be better than Landon Collins because he's like younger Landon Collins in terms of tackling, but he could actually cover tight ends. Like last year, no offense, Collins, you got burned on tight ends. Not gonna lie.
But here's my problem with it all. Only a 17th round pick.
17th overall.
17th overall pick.
And the third rounder and him.
So here's my problem with this. He said he wasn't shopping Odell. And you definitely don't want to make it known to the world that you're shopping Odell. Cause then you'll get a worse pick, like you said. That makes sense, right? But if you're not gonna franchise Landon Collins, and the reason why he didn't franchise tag him was because they didn't have enough cap space. But you're shopping Odell, freeing up the cap space to now 80 million, 90 million?
Well, we're still going to take a cap hit, so we weren't going to get any free cap space this year.
But here's my problem with that. If you knew you were still going to have enough cap to do all this other moves that you wanted to do before doing it, why didn't you franchise tag Landon Collins? Go get some more for him. Okay, we probably wouldn't have gotten a pick. Maybe not. Maybe like second round, third round pick at best. And some money. We still could have gotten something out of that. And anything is better than that.
I don't disagree with you. I was mad at... Truth be told, I'm more angry about the fact that we let Landon Collins walk than the trade.
Even if
Odell,
we don't keep him.
Because, like I told you guys already, the more and more I think about the Odell trade, the more and more I like it for the future. It's terrible for us now, but next year we got like, what, $80 to $100 million in cap. I'll take that over Odell, right? But I agree with you. We should have traded Landon, franchise tag him and trade him. But I think that's where the two things come in, like how he traded Odell to a team that would win. I think he was looking for teams to trade for Landon, but because he refused trade offers at the trade deadline during the season, no teams wanted to take up on him, so he would let Collins walk out of respect to choose his team. So it's a combination of two things, in my opinion.
I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? It's also a combination of this team went from win now mode to tanking and rebuilding mode. Like
ASAP.
In the span of 2-3 months, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think he had a plan a month ago or 2 months ago, I should say. But I think he has a plan now, which is what he said. He has a plan.
He has a plan now, but why didn't you have the same plan a week ago?
Because you gotta think about what I'm saying. They didn't think the team would be this bad.
A week ago? A week ago after they already saw it?
A week ago.
Okay, but a week ago was
ago. It takes time for all these trades to go down before they announce it officially. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that.
Like, there's also the fact that maybe it's all in John Mara's hands. You know what I'm saying? Steve Tisch, the owners, maybe they have a hand in this. Who knows? Anyway, another thing that they've said was Eli's still the guy for this year.
Which I'm proud about.
Nighttime's proud of it. You guys know you could just go back 3 videos and I agree with him. Yeah. In fact, I'll tell you right now. I still think Eli could be on this team as a game manager, as a quarterback that manages the game, not as a and we both agree on this. He's not the future, but he's still good enough to be a starter, right?
And on top of that,
wait, let me finish. Let me finish, right? You agree with that? What I just said, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
100%.
I think Eli should be cut. The reason I think he should be cut, because as we're recording this today, they did not restructure his contract. Because today he took the $5 million roster bonus for his $23 million contract on the year. So they did not. And listen, let me finish. My thing was, if they don't restructure Eli's contract, then they need to cut him. Because as much as I believe in Eli, I'm a big Eli fan. He's my favorite Giants player of all time. He should not be getting paid $23 million to be a game manager.
You see, Why you gotta hate on somebody for chasing the bag?
I'm not hating on him. I told you I'm the biggest Eli fan, and I've supported him last year too. Like if you guys would go on my personal Insta, which at this point I'm not linking anymore, but those of you that were on it at one point, you go back to last year, you'll see me saying draft Saquon. We don't need a quarterback.
Look.
But now we need another quarterback.
Look. He's chasing the bag. He's doing his stuff. Let him not. Look, why would he actively pursue a contract readjustment? He doesn't need that. He's out here. He's offered. Let's say, okay. So if you were offered $23 million,
he wasn't offered it. That was in his contract.
That was
for how many years?
That was in your contract, right? So you're getting offered $23 million to continue playing, right? Right? That's how it works, right? And you have a $5 million bonus extension coming, which just came, right? So
right.
are you gonna?
You know why you would? You know why?
Ask for less money?
You know why you do that? If you're a team player, and Eli is a team player, you can't tell me he's not. He's the biggest team player I know. So I'm surprised he actually didn't do it. His brother Peyton Manning did it when he was on the Broncos, and he was gonna get paid around the same amount.
But is Eli worried about money management right now? No, he's paid to play. He's worrying about his performance.
Listen,
so let him practice, bro.
I mean, I can't do anything about it now, can I? I'm just letting my opinion out there. But another rumor that's been floating around that I actually forgot to jot down is that because of this, the Giants might not take quarterback in this year's draft or trade for Josh Rosen. And I hope that's smokescreen. I hope that's false. I hope that's Dave Gellman creating a smokescreen. Now you see how Nighttime got worried there. I don't think I need to explain to it. Hear it from Nighttime, because you guys always hear from me. Hear it from Nighttime why this is a bad idea if we don't either trade for Josh Rosen or take a quarterback in the draft.
Alright, Dave Gettleman needs to chill if that's true, because come on now. We need Dwayne Haskins to come to our squad. And if Dwayne Haskins comes,
or Josh Rosen for a third rounder, trading for Josh Rosen for a third rounder, I would take that and then take two defensive players with our 2 first-round picks. I'd take that, bro, if it happens.
But that's betting on another great QB to come out of drafts for years to come.
How is that betting on another QB? We'd have Josh Rosen in the future.
You just said to trade him for a couple picks.
I said trade. Listen, we'll trade our third-round pick for Josh Rosen.
My bad. I thought you said you were gonna trade Josh Rosen for more third-round picks, which I would think is crazy because we could get like second-round picks.
No, what I'm saying is, I like Dwayne Haskins. I do like Kyler Murray. I didn't think Kyler Murray was gonna go first overall. I have a whole video on this, guys, but just to summarize.
I don't know why he's going first.
Just to summarize, if we get Josh Rosen for a third, or even our third and second, I'll take that because we'll still have 2 first-rounders to spend on our defense, which is what we need. If the Cardinals are not giving up Josh Rosen, then yeah, take Haskins with a 6 overall. It's no-brainer. But Nighttime, just tell him why you hope this is smokescreen from Dave Gettleman and not actually true.
Oh, you're talking about my theory now.
No, we'll talk about it later. I'm talking about tell him why you really think that not taking a quarterback should be false. Why that's a bad thing for the Giants if they don't take a quarterback.
How are you going to rebuild without plans for the future? Rebuilding means you have plans for the future. This better be false, or we're screwed. We're looking at another couple years.
Exactly. And he mentioned his little theory. This is gonna be all Nighttime now. His little theory. He got a couple minutes for y'all on his little theory there.
Alright, so this is all me. And remember when I said y'all haven't heard from me? You're gonna get a surprise. Well, look, 5 minutes also myself. So I got a crazy theory. Now, look, hear me out. But what if? Alright, so crazy theory. Alright, so the Raiders they just might be looking for a QB in this draft, and there's 2 good QBs out there in this draft, Murray and Haskins, and I don't really like Murray. You've heard that before, but he is good. I gotta give the boy props where he deserves it. But yeah, the Cardinals are saying that they want to pick up a QB. The Cardinals. They already picked up Josh Rosen, first round, last year. And now they want to pick up a new QB this year. I don't know why, but I think I know why. And what's crazy about this theory is that they probably don't even want Murray. They want those 3 first-round picks that the Raiders have. Now listen here. So what if they pick up Murray, then that very same night, on draft night, before the Raiders even get their pick, because the Raiders are 4th pick overall, right? They go and, they ring up the Raiders. They call the Raiders. I heard you were looking for a QB. We just picked up one. We also have a number 1 overall pick from last year. So we don't really need this QB. But you can trade us. Maybe not even 3. Maybe like 2, 1 or 2 of your first round picks in this defensive draft. Now remember, the Cardinals defense is booty. We can pick up a couple picks from this draft. They can steal 2 first round picks where they would have only had 1. They could get either, let's see, Nick Bosa, any other person, because everybody in that defensive draft is nice. You could go look back on like our
Josh Allen,
3rd episode for that.
Devin White.
Hey, this is my 5 minutes. My 5 minutes, alright? They can pick up anybody they want. And all they have to do is talk. Bro, this is the biggest bluff in history if this ever works out. Now, let's say, for example, the Raiders don't even want Murray. They're like, nah, we'll just take Haskins. Haskins was our second choice anyways. Guess what? They're gonna come to us. Hey, look, do you want Josh Rosen or do you want Murray? Everybody's been talking about Murray would look nice in the Giants uniform. So would Haskins, but that's not the point. Murray would look nice in the Giants uniform, right? Yeah, it kind of does look nice on everybody, I'm not gonna lie. But, yeah, they really have a lot of options if they do that. If it's actually true, and this theory, my crazy theory, you know, I'm gonna have a couple crazy theories this season, but if my theory ends up being right, hey, that's gonna be Cardinals, they're gonna be somebody to watch out for. You know, I might have to watch a couple of their boring games. But, yeah.
I mean, well, there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the nighttime sesh there. Anytime he's missing and he comes back on, we'll have a little thing at the end where he comes on with either a crazy theory or just some advice or something, you know what I'm saying?
Also, I want to see who's nicer than me and Bro Holler. I heard that you were talking a little crazy.
And Bro Holler?
Yeah, in the Discord. Speaking of, y'all should the Discord link in the description below.
It's been in the description for the past 2 weeks. Y'all should check it out.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff over there.
We got our Instagram and our Twitter up and running. Go like and follow us. We'll have it up. It might not be this video, but it will be in one of the future videos. So yeah, that's about it.
We got an art section. We got a gaming section.
We got the meme section. We got a section called Ka-Chow. We got the meme section, and then Ka-Chow is the dank meme section. Alright, only go in there if you're a meme master. That's your warning. There's no other warnings, okay?
Oh man, I spend my days at Ka-Chow. That's all I want to hear.
Alright, we're gonna wrap it up. That's about it.
Yeah.